Good afternoon, friends, and welcome again as we listen to another word from God. And this time, I'm going to share with you from the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 18 to verse 26. And there, the Bible will tell us the story of the man Jairus. And between that story will come another story which I believe the Lord will speak to us from those two stories. The Bible says, while he spoke these things to them, behold, a ruler came and worshipped him, saying, My daughter has just died, but come and lay your hand on her, and she will live. So Jesus arose and followed him, and so did his disciples. So here the Bible tells us that Jesus is about to go to Jairus' house to heal his daughter, because Jairus has come to him and has requested that his daughter be healed. But right in the middle of that movement to go to Jairus' house, the Bible tells us that Jesus will make another encounter with a young woman. In verse 20, the Bible says, and suddenly a woman who had a flow of blood for 12 years came from behind and touched the hem of his garment. For she said to herself, if only I may touch his garment, I shall be made well. But Jesus turned around, and when he saw her, he said, Be of good cheer, daughter. Your faith has made you well. And the woman was made well from that hour. The Bible interrupts the story of Jairus to bring to us the story of this young woman. This young woman was not supposed to be in this story. She interrupted the story. She inserted herself in the story because she had come to this place because she needed something from God. In fact, in other accounts of this story in the Gospels, the Bible tells us that this woman had spent all her money on physicians, on doctors, but she had not found an answer to her problems. And she understood at that point that her last resort, her only chance of healing, was Jesus Christ. And friends, I want to tell you this afternoon that while everything is lost, when all is lost, you have hope. There is hope. And Jesus Christ is your hope. In fact, he should not be our last solution. He should not be our last resort. But he should be the first resort, the first person we run to when we are in trouble. But here we find this woman. She finds herself in the midst of the crowd. And the Bible tells us that there was a crowd around Jesus. And this woman almost missed her chance. But the Bible tells us that this woman would persevere. This woman would push through by faith, because she said to herself, though I may not get a chance to talk to Jesus, though I may not get a chance to sit down with him, but I know that if only I can touch the hem of his garment, then I will be healed. Friends, this young woman moved by faith. This young woman knew that if she could only touch Jesus Christ, she would be healed. And friends, her faith was motivated by the fact that she knew that she could receive her healing from Christ. She had a feeling that this man Jesus had something special. She had a feeling that this man Jesus could give her what she has been looking for all her life. And I want to tell you this afternoon that Jesus can give you all if you come to him in faith. If you hold on to him by faith, Jesus is able to give you everything that you require. Jesus is able to give you the healing from your hidden diseases. Jesus is able to give you all that you are looking for in this life as we look forward to the life to come. If only we come to him in faith like this young woman. And the Bible continues in verse 22 to tell us that when Jesus turned around and saw her, Jesus told her, Be of good cheer, daughter. Your faith has made you well. And the woman was made well from that hour. Friends, Jesus does not delay. We see here that Jesus is not a person who delays. When we need help, when we come to him in faith, Jesus does not waste time, but Jesus is able and he is willing to answer our prayers, to answer our wants and our needs immediately, just as he did to this young woman in this story. And friends, oftentimes we in this life, we take Jesus and we make him our last solution. After all has been wasted, after we've gone to all these doctors, after we've gone to all these other things that we think will give us what we need, that's when we come to Jesus. But why don't we call to Jesus first? Why don't we make Jesus Christ our first solution today? Come to him before we go anywhere else. Ask him. Access his power. And he is willing to give to you. And the Bible will also declare and show how this young woman, after she had made an encounter with Jesus, how she will become a witness. Because though she wanted at first to stay hidden, though at first she did not want anyone to see her, but then when Christ called upon her, she was ready to tell others about what has happened to her. She was ready to share what she had received from Jesus. She became an instant witness of the power of Jesus Christ. And friends, this is what we're called to do after we've encountered Jesus, after we've had a miracle happen in our lives by the power of Jesus. We are called to become witnesses for him. We are called to go and tell the world about Jesus and let others know also of the hope that we have, so that others may also come to the knowledge of Christ. Do you want to be a witness today? Do you want to tell people, to tell the world about what Christ have done for you? Start first by knowing Jesus. Start first by having faith in Jesus. Let him work a miracle in your life. And after you've experienced him, then you will have a testimony. Then you will have a witness to go out and tell the world about Jesus. May God bless you as you go and become a witness.